SVG-TV News headlines sponsored in part by Flow.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Get the best in TV entertainment with 139 channels, 26 in HD, and HBO included. Plus get 80 local Flow landline minutes to enjoy on evenings and weekends. All for $225 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.
In the headlines, 190 children in state protective care in SVG, the majority being victims of child neglect. Guyana president bows to local, regional and international pressure and set March 2nd as earliest date for elections, but says parliament must extend period. Former French president Jacques Chirac dies at 86. And in sports, King leads dominant Warriors to 7th straight win against St. Lucia Zouks in Hero CPL 2019. These and other stories coming up in SVG-TV's Evening News and Sports.
That was the news headline sponsored in part by Flow.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Get the best in TV entertainment with 139 channels, 26 in HD, and HBO included. Plus get 80 local Flow landline minutes to enjoy on evenings and weekends. All for $225 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.
Good evening and welcome to SVG-TV News and Sports for Thursday, September 26, 2019. I am Rochelle Batiste with the details. There are 190 children in state protective care here in SVG who have either been abused or neglected. This information was revealed by Minister of National Mobilization, Gender Affairs and the Youth, Frederick Stevenson, at a media conference yesterday. Minister Stevenson said that recent data collected by the Child Development Division indicated some 300 reports of various forms of child abuse.
According to the data collected by the Child Development Division, in 2019, the department received approximately 300 reports of children being abused or neglected. Approximately 34% of the reports were classified as victims of child neglect, 30% as victims of physical abuse, 23% as victims of sexual abuse, and 10% as victims of psychological abuse.
Minister Stevenson said awareness programs with the help of international agencies have been rolled out in various sectors, including schools and law enforcement agencies, with the expectation that persons involved in these programs will be in a better position to deal with reports of child abuse, which is becoming a sore issue in the country.
A total of 180 law enforcement officers, included gazetted officers, non-commissioned officers, police constables, officers from CID Criminal Investigation Department, Outstation and Sexual Offences Unit, the DARE program officers, and other police officers who work directly with children attended a one-day training during the period the 5th to the 9th of August 2019.
The awareness programs have also been conducted in 10 communities island-wide. According to Minister Stevenson, everyone has a role to play in preventing child abuse in all of its form, and that he believes that by educating persons on the issue, the reports will become fewer.
142 healthcare professionals, including medical doctors, hospital administrators, nurses, social workers, etc., received training during the period the 19th to the 23rd of August 2019. Another training workshop will take place in the month of October for 150 educators, including principals, counselors, and other senior officials. Thirdly, the division recognizes that parents play a vital role in their child's development. Parents are not only caretakers, but they are instrumental in the development of their children's social, emotional, cognitive, and physical well-being. As a result, The division has conducted parenting programs in 5 communities and schools. A total of 130 parents have benefited from this initiative.
The next training workshop on the issue of child abuse is expected to take place next month for 150 educators, including principals and counselors. At a conference hosted last month by the Psychology Department of the Milton Cato Memorial Hospital, some disturbing statistics were revealed relating to rape and sexual abuse against children in the country. The statistics given were that for the year thus far, there were 47 new rape cases, with 40 of the victims under the age of 18 coming from 35 different communities across the country. In other news, SVG has established diplomatic ties with 3 new countries. A release from the office of the Prime Minister today stated that the signing of the documents establishing diplomatic relations with these countries took place during the 74th session of the United Nations General Assembly at the headquarters of the UN in New York. Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves, who is leading the local delegation at the session, represented SVG at the signing of these documents. The release said on Tuesday, September 24th, SVG established diplomatic relations with the Republic of San Marino, a microstate surrounded by north-central Italy. The signing of the agreement establishing diplomatic relations was done during a bilateral meeting between Prime Minister Gonsalves and the Foreign Minister of San Marino, Nicola Renzi. On Wednesday, September 25th, during a bilateral meeting between Prime Minister and the Ukrainian Foreign Minister, the agreement establishing a diplomatic relation with SVG and Ukraine was signed. Today, Thursday, September 26, the Kyrgyzstan became the 3rd country to establish diplomatic relations with SVG. The joint communique establishing diplomatic relations was signed by Prime Minister Gonsalves on behalf of the country, while the Foreign Minister of Kyrgyzstan signed on behalf of his country. The office of the Prime Minister said the establishment of diplomatic relations with these new countries is a testament of the principled and progressive foreign policy of the government that allows SVG to engage nations. A series of consultations on the implementation of the Caribbean single market and economy were held here over the last 3 days. The sessions, facilitated by representative of the CARICOM Secretariat, were held with various stakeholders, including representatives from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Trade and Commerce, the Regional Integration and Diaspora Unit, private sector and civil society, free movement committee, and key ministries, permanent secretaries, and heads of department. At a session yesterday, communication specialist at the CSME unit, Salas Hamilton, said the series of consultations will give the stakeholders the opportunity to learn more about the benefits of the CSME, as well as the many provisions in place and how they will be affected.
Yes. You as stakeholders, you would have heard about this regional integration platform, and it is only common sense that we regularly update stakeholders as to the new developments. The private sector and civil society are key beneficiaries under the CSME, and maybe that is why you are the first group to be engaged this week. As businesses and nationals of St. Vincent and the Grenadines move within CARICOM, it is to your advantage to know what the market has in place and how to operate therein. So this morning, we'll be looking at an update on the CSME regionally. The movement of goods, movement of skilled nationals, the extension of Article 164, contingent rights. What are contingent rights? What does that mean? The CARICOM complaints procedure. Is it in place? Is it working? And other aspects.
Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Sandy Peters-Phillips, said regional integration is an important platform to re-engineer economic growth, and as such, SVG has been at the forefront in lobbying for regional integration.
And the Grenadines would have accomplished the following. One, we would have removed the discriminatory barriers affecting other CARICOM nationals who come to St. Vincent and the Grenadines as visitors to work or to live. Secondly, we would have put in place legal and administrative arrangements to facilitate integration into the CSME. Additionally, St. Vincent and the Grenadines recognizes that CARICOM is a very important mechanism for our survival and development, as it remains the main export market, accounting for approximately 90% of our goods export annually and approximately 25% of our import. B, an important source of employment for our citizens, including university graduates, nurses, construction workers, etc. Today's consultation with the private sector is a very important one, as it will seek to address the challenges identified in the 2018 consultations.
Peters Phillips urged the stakeholders to interact with the facilitators to ensure that their concerns are addressed, noting that the participation of the private sector is crucial to the process and in building a more resilient economy.
The priorities is ensuring that the necessary legal and administrative requirements are in place in all member states of CARICOM nationals to benefit from the decision that is already made. Additionally, new decisions have been made to expand the areas in which nationals could benefit. Therefore, the ministry is committed to work together with its stakeholders to better facilitate the implementation of the CSME. However, we are especially relying on the cooperation and partnership of the private sector as we work to expand and build a more resilient and productive economy. These consultations and stakeholders meetings must not be taken slightly, as they are extremely important to advance the implementation of the CSME, and during the next 2 days, we will continue to exchange a wide cross-sections of stakeholders.
In some weather advisory now, a tropical wave is expected to affect the islands later tonight into tomorrow. The Met Service said model guidance is indicated limited moisture and instability associated with this wave. It said on Saturday, Shareline will be in the vicinity, generating a few showers across the region, and a weak ridge pattern will dominate on Sunday. However, an improvement in conditions is likely then. General winds, it said, are expected to blow from the east-northeast between 5 to 20 kilometers per hour, becoming calm on occasions. Slight sea conditions are forecast into the weekend, becoming moderate on the east coast around Sunday. Positive reviews on new Polymer notes in circulation. This and other stories coming up when we return with more local news. Stay with us.
The local news sponsored in part by Flow.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Get the best in TV entertainment with 139 channels, 26 in HD and HBO included. Plus get 80 local Flow landline minutes to enjoy on evenings and weekends. All for $225 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.
Funeral service should be one that you can be proud of, one that leaves lasting memories of your loved ones. And that's where you need the New Haven Funeral Home. When you walk through our doors, our work begins. From corsages, to flowers, to guest books, whatever you need to make that funeral a memorable one. We are proud of the quality and class we have brought to the industry. We are proud for having trained the very first certified embalmers in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We are proud of leading the way in terms of live streaming of funerals online so that your family members overseas could also be part of the celebration of life. We are constantly improving our services. We are driven by customer satisfaction, and we are proud of all that we do.
New Haven Funeral Home, helping families preserve memories.
Seize Star Limited is now located on the 3rd floor of the first St. Vincent Bank building. They have extended their range of products and furniture, including patio sets, closets, shoe casing, beds and mattresses, TV cabinets, and kitchen cupboards, just to name a few of their luxurious pieces, all at unbelievable prices. Don't just take my word for it. Check them out upstairs the first St. Vincent Bank building. And don't forget, they still have the best in windows, doors, burglar bars, rails, and vanities. See Star Limited, where quality and style is our motto.
Breaking news! The greatest tile sale in the history of St. Vincent is back. With more, here's Thin Set Rowdy Face.
Thanks, Juan. Yes, free tiles for Christmas is back at Island Style Interiors, and there's real excitement in the air. Get this, buy 100 tiles at the regular price and get up to the next 25 tiles absolutely free.
Wow, that is a great deal.
Sure is, Juan. My wife's making me buy tiles right now before they sell out.
Thin Set? Oh well, this is Juan Cool Guy signing off and heading to Island Style in Arnos Vale for free tiles! Wait for me! Yay!
We're celebrating 60 with the best, and bringing value home is priceless. Of course, you get the best of both the worlds. Save money and time. It's the vibes. We got prices on the low. We got it. Bring your fam to the store. We got brand name items for your whole comment. We got what you need and more. It's happening in the store. Shop at Courts.
Conquer the streets anytime that we do it. Struggle what we face, we have to go fight through it. Real are the real, never counterfeit. Any challenge you face, we are gonna conquer it. Conquer we love in everywhere. Unstoppable, potent energy. Conquer the world each and every day. Whether night or day, we say conquer. Conquer the energy. Conquer with the remedy. Roar like a lion. Conquer every day with conquer.
Conquer potent adult energy.
Hey, and Tennis Promotion, in collaboration with the SVG AMP and SVG Football Federation, presents Accolade 3, Reflection on 1979 of the nation's 40th Ruby Independence Anniversary, paying tribute to the Right Honorable Milton Cato, the St. Vincent Cadet Force, Phyllis Burnett, Joel Miguel, Major Sinclair Leacock, Cadet Vibrating Skakes, Elaine Ellsworth, Shane Keane, National Football Team 79, and Elaine Liverpool at the Russell's Auditorium, Saturday, 5th October 2019 at 7:30 p.m. Showcasing dance, drama, poetry, music, and comedy. Baron, Junior Soca Monarch, Bonnie Man, Police, Drama Group, and the Yell Band, featuring the Mighty Gabby, out of Barbados. Tickets, adults, you pay 30, children 15. Only buy tickets 25 until September 20th. Available at the Music Center and Games Pharmacy, Kingstown. So Saturday, October 5th, it's Accolade 3, Reflection on 1979.
Welcome back. The visually impaired are among some of the persons who have welcomed the new Polymer notes which were placed on the market in July this year. In an interview with SVG-TV News, resident representative acting of the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, Anis Horn, said 4 of the 5 Polymer notes are now in circulation, which include the 20, 50, 100, and most recently the $10 notes, and that persons seem to be pleased with them.
And interaction with several sectors, but they welcome this initiative. It's an excellent one. The mere fact, like I would have said before, that they are now a little more independent to be able to identify the notes, to be able to do their own counting, to be able to do their own, maybe when they're doing their transactions, they are able now to give maybe the exact money, or be able to not give away their monies, yeah, quote unquote. So that we had from the persons who are, like I said, challenged a little bit.
Hans said at first persons were mistaking the Polymer notes for foreign notes. However, the issue seemed to be wearing off.
Would have been persons who thought the first time they would have seen a Polymer note that maybe that's an English pound. However, the notes, like we say, the pound note, they are of different sizes. Our notes, polymer notes, are standard size. And so we just want to encourage persons to know that all of our notes, 150, 20, 10, they are all the same size. The Eastern Caribbean Central Bank is written to the top. The new feature, one of the other features also, is that the notes are all signed by the new governor of the central bank.
Persons are being reminded that the paper notes can still be used for business transaction. However, Hans said unlike the paper notes, the polymer notes are cleaner, safer, and cannot be duplicated.
If the polymer notes get tumbled in the dryer, would it still be a legal tender? Would it still be accepted? If a note gets in a dryer and it's tumbled, it really shouldn't damage the note. It should not. What about maybe a dryer? Now, that is dependent because the note is plastic, so that will be dependent on the heat, how much temperature. So those are some of the things that we need to pay attention to, but we all have polymer notes to stay in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The paper would co-circulate, but with time, as we move forward in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, like the other islands in the ECCU, we are going to all be using the new polymer notes.
The only polymer note yet to be put in circulation is the $5 note, which will be introduced in August 2020. With many persons here getting the opportunity this week to learn more about their dental health, they have also been advised about the importance of taking control of their financial health. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints has been encouraging persons to sign up for their self-reliance classes designed to assist persons to get a better education to manage their finances and start their own business. At yesterday's dental health fair in Kingston, a representative from the church, Sister Jones, said the classes run for 12 weeks, 2 hours each week, and are free for persons of all ages.
Comprehensive, covers a lot of things. We're trying to help people to help take care of themselves so that they in turn can help serve others. It's free for everyone of all ages.
Right, and where would these classes take?
We have a class in Kingstown program, and one in Caliagua, and one in Georgetown.
And if someone wants to get in contact with you, how can they do so?
We have a Facebook page that is Self-Reliance SVG, or you can call us at 532-8836.
With new cases of prostate and breast cancer recorded yearly, several cancer groups here in SVG are coming together to step up the awareness programs through a series of events next month, supported by the Ministry of Health, Wellness and the Environment. At a media conference today, the CIBC Cancer Group representative, Jacinta Hines, said their annual fundraising walk will take place on October 12th.
Of the walk as well, which is a flagship of our CIBC parent company. It is a run for the walk that is held in Canada, and that was mirrored regionally. I also want to mention as well that the funds raised are used for early detection to also assist patients affected by the disease, and as well as equipment, maintenance of equipment, and counseling, not just to the patients, but to families as well.
The SVG Medical Association is another group that will be hosting a number of activities next month, which include a walkathon for breast cancer and tug-of-war event to highlight prostate cancer. The association's representative, Shannon Samuel, said that it is time that men become more aware of prostate cancer.
And that we raise this awareness because men generally don't like to go to the doctors, and there are certain parameters that they have to take so that they can protect themselves just like we would like for women to protect themselves with breast cancer. All right, so for September, we have this tug of war this Saturday. We're very excited about that. We're inviting the public to come out to the Victoria Park. We're going to have barbecue and drinks, yes, and we want to raise the awareness. We want persons speaking out about prostate cancer. We want men to feel comfortable and in the zone where they feel like they need to check themselves as well.
Communication Officer of the Ministry of Health, Nika Anderson, said prostate and breast cancer are the most popular form of cancers in the country. She said the Ministry of Health, Wellness and the Environment fully supports the local cancer groups with their awareness and fundraising activities.
About the leading cause, unfortunately, prostate cancer has even surpassed breast cancer, so that is the lead. And breast cancer is right behind it. So we see the importance of these organizations not just focusing on breast, but taking on prostate under the banner, as it is number one in terms of cancer in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, to be specific.
Well, that brings us to the end of the local segment of the news. We hear that Guyana President bows to local, regional and international pressure and set March 2nd, 2020 as earliest date for elections, but says Parliament must extend period. This from the region. When we return, stay with us.
That was a local news segment.
The Everready Funeral Home at French's is your friend in times of grief. With over 40 years' experience, they are prepared to take care of all your funeral arrangements. Embalming, lowering device service, grave mattresses, carpeting, vaults, tombs and wreaths. Arrangements for television obituaries. Cremation is available upon request. Everready Funeral Home offers the finest in caskets and coffins, local and imported. So, in your time of need, call Everready Funeral Home at any time. 456-1494. Everready Funeral Home, offering service above self.
Juicy, juicy, drink today. Juicy, juicy, same great taste. Juicy, juicy, the original drink. It's a Vinci thing. Get your red and banana, pineapple, juicy cola, orange or apple. Juicy for you and for your neighbor. It's a Vinci thing. Enjoy it juicy, the original Vinci thing. Juicy.
Listen, the big hardware stores have been ripping off Vincentians for years with their high prices. They came General Hardware with the lowest prices ever in SVG. Now, the big guys are scrambling to drop their prices, but they still can't beat the General. So don't let them fool you. General Hardware still has the best prices on lumber, plywood, and steel. And even with a sale, the General beats that too. So go on, compare prices. Then come to General Hardware and save dollars every day. Because nobody beats the General. Nobody. General Hardware Supplies, located next to Yvette's Pork City in Arnesville. Call 453-9000.
Start for Life is back again. Your favorite game. Win house and land. SUV plus 50 grand. 50 and 25 grand. Second and third prize in your hand. Yeah. So play as much as you can. Monthly prizes to be won. Set for life. A brand new house. Set for life. A brand new car. Set for life. $10 for a bet. Live your life with no regrets. Set for life. Did your day done set? Set for life. December 28th. Set for life. Check the lotto machine. Get set for 2019. Set for life. Live all of your dreams. Be a winner. Turn your own keys. Set for life.
We're celebrating 60 with the best, and bringing value home is priceless. Of course, you get the best of both the worlds. Save money and time. It's the vibes. We got prices on the low. We got it. Bring your fam to the store. We got brand name items for your whole comment. We got what you need and more. It's happening in the store. Shop at Courts.
Every girl loves curves. Curves is a girl's closest friend. When life throws you a fast curve, count on Curves for ultra confidence, ultra comfort for that time of the month. Curves ultra thin with wings, Curves regular maxi with wings, and Curves overnight maxi with wings. Super absorbent, best quality and value for money. Every girl loves curves.
The regional news segment sponsored by Massey Stores SVG Limited.
Massey Stores Pharmacy is the one for you. Is the one for you. We have competitive prices for your prescriptions too. We have 10% off for seniors, children under 3. We're here for your convenience. Prescription services. Leave your prescriptions while you shop. And our professional pharmacists will help you out. Massey Stores Pharmacy. Massey Stores Pharmacy. Where your health is your wealth.
Located at Massey Stores Kingstown. Contact us at 453-9112.
Welcome back. In our news from the region now, we heard that Guyana President David Granger last evening announced that Monday, March 2nd, 2020 will be the date for national elections and that he will be seeking an extension of the life of his administration when Parliament reconvenes on October 10th, 2019. The president's announcement came in an address to the nation.
President Granger said the government will be going back to the National Assembly in October to seek an extension to allow for the elections to take place on the 2nd of March 2020.
The Constitution states, notwithstanding its defeat, the government shall remain in office and shall hold an election within 3 months or such longer period as the National Assembly shall, by resolution supported by not less than 2/3 of the votes of all the elected members of the National Assembly, determine, and shall resign after the President takes the oath of office following the election. The extension of a period beyond 3 months for the holding of an election is related to the Elections Commission's readiness to hold elections. The government of Guyana must, as a consequence, return to the National Assembly to request an extension. The National Assembly reconvenes on the 10th of October 2019.
The President is required to both dissolve Parliament as provided for in the Constitution and the 10 regional democratic councils as also provided for in the Constitution. He said his government, since the passage of the no-confidence motion in the National Assembly last year, has respected the decisions of the courts and has upheld the Constitution.
The legal processes were neither frivolous nor aimed at delaying the consequences of the no-confidence motion. They sought to clarify and interpret the Constitution and to ensure that general and regional elections would be conducted on the basis of a credible list. I have complied with the rulings of the courts, upheld the Constitution of Guyana, and respected the National Assembly at all times. I engaged the Election Commission from February 2019 repeatedly. I insisted that credible elections be held at the earliest possible time. Credible elections are essential to representative democracy.
The announcement of the date for the elections follows the proclamation by the Guyana Elections Commission that it will be ready to host elections by the end of February 2020. At its statutory meeting on Tuesday, the Guyana Elections Commission also agreed that the claims and objections period for the elections will begin on the 1st of October and will run for 35 days. The qualifying date for the elections will be the 31st of December 2019. And the Commission has also agreed to seek advisory help from the United States and the Commonwealth. The elections will come more than a year after the government lost a no-confidence motion in the National Assembly, when one of its own member of Parliament sided with the opposition and moved the motion against the government. The motion triggered a number of legal challenges that made their way all the way to the Caribbean Court of Justice, which handed down final orders in July after finding that the motion was validly passed.
Reparations must be included in the ongoing debate in Barbados on the medicinal cannabis bill, so says a spokesperson for a Rastafarian group in the country who was speaking at a meeting on Tuesday as the Joint Select Committee continues its consultation on the bill. He said the Rastafarian community has long suffered because of their belief, and it is time to make the wrong things right.
To acknowledge the injustices, atrocities, including death, that Rastafari has endured for the same cannabis plant that are now being seen as a huge financial opportunity. The leaders of Antigua, Dr. Gaston Brown, and St. Vincent, Ralph Gonzalez, have been commendable in issuing apologies to the Rastafari communities in their countries for the human rights violations which they have endured. We have had nothing of the kind in Barbados, although Minister of Culture and the Creative Economy John King has made a call for society to embrace those of INI faith. These two leaders, Messrs. Brown and Gonzalez, have demonstrated reparatory justice through ensuring that Rastafari farmers do not have to pay for a license to cultivate cannabis. They simply have to register. And that is the policy that ICAR is calling upon this government to adopt. We have suffered enough, and that must be addressed.
The group representative also made a strong case for the government to allow Rastafarians to cultivate cannabis without licenses.
If we can go by the experiences of our neighbors, licenses will be prohibitively expensive, placing those with access to large sums of money at a distinct advantage, and we are very aware of the tier system proposed. ICAR sees clearly that this government's interest is in monetizing cannabis. If the plan, as it seems it is to produce pills and capsules, among other things, that is fine for those that want that. ICAR is not interested in involving itself in the taking out and putting in of elements of cannabis, especially since most recent research shows that the fullness of medicinal benefits is to be best found in the whole plant, without any subtractions or additions, as the Most High created it.
That was our news from the region. Former French President Jacques Chirac dies at 86. This from the international scene. When we return, stay with us.
The regional news segment sponsored by Massey Stores SVG Limited.
Massey Stores Pharmacy is the one for you. Is the one for you. We have competitive prices for your prescriptions too. We have 10% off for seniors, children under 3. We're here for your convenience. Prescription services. Leave your prescriptions while you shop. And our professional pharmacists will help you out. Massey Stores Pharmacy. Massey Stores Pharmacy. Where your health is your wealth.
Located at Massey Stores, Kingstown. Contact us at 453-9112.
At RE/MAX, we know you want to sell your property at top dollar and as fast as possible. To help you sell at top dollar, all of our agents are trained to negotiate the highest possible price for your property. And to sell as fast as possible, our agents can access over 120,000 agents around the globe, which results in more potential buyers. This is why nobody in the world sells more real estate than RE/MAX. Contact your RE/MAX agent today and get your property sold.
Quality products, quality care, low prices, great customer service, all at QCare Pharmacy. QCare leads the way, providing all your pharmaceutical needs, a variety of personal care products, and so much more. Located on Halifax Street. Telephone number 451-2690. QCare Pharmacy, where the Q stands for quality.
We're celebrating 60 with the best, and bringing value home is priceless. Of course, you get the best of both the worlds. Save money and time. It's the vibes. We got prices on the low. We got it. Bring your fam to the store. We got brand name items for your whole comment. We got what you need and more. It's happening in the store. Shop at Courts.
This hurricane tip is brought to you by CIBC First Caribbean. Take photos of important documents and secure them in waterproof containers or bags. Make sure to include any insurance policies, property deeds, or mortgage papers.
SVG-TV International News segment sponsored in part by CARICOM Distribution Limited.
You like doing laundry, right? Nah, I didn't think so. The stains? Oh, nightmare. Thanks to the new Tropic Fresh laundry detergent, doing laundry is now hassle-free. Tropic Fresh removes dirt, cuts through stains, leaves your whites whiter and your colors brighter. Tropic Fresh has antibacterial agents that kills germs present in your clothing. It's gentle on hands and the smell? Longer, fresh. Available in original and lemon scents and in various sizes. Tropic Fresh laundry detergent. Agents and distributors, CARICOM Distribution Limited.
Let's go further afield now. Jacques Chirac, the former French president who championed the European Union but whose later years were blighted by corruption scandals, has died aged 86. He died earlier today, reportedly surrounded by his family. Chirac served 2 terms as president and twice as prime minister and took France into the single European currency. Energetic, engaging and passionate for power, Chirac has been at the center of French politics for nearly half a century. The French National Assembly observed a minute's silence in his memory. Here is a bit more on the life of the former French president, who is deemed the champion of French farmers.
February 2011, 4 years since Jacques Chirac's presidential term ended. Despite his ailing health, the former French president was keen to visit the annual agricultural fair one last time. He was greeted as an old friend by those in attendance.
It represents life, its creation, its ingenuity, generosity. It's life.
Chirac was born in Paris, but his family's roots lie in the rural area of Corrèze. It was politician Georges Pompidou who spotted a young Chirac and took him under his wing, showing him how to press the flesh in rural France, a lesson he would take to heart.
How's things? How are you doing?
From July 1972 to February 1974, Chirac held the post of agriculture minister. During this period, he quickly became known as a champion of French farmers, fighting for their rights in the then 9-member European Union. It was a role he embraced.
French farmers have certainly become the best in the world, and all the breeds that we see here today prove just that. No one can deny it.
Whether he was prime minister or president, Chirac continued to keep a close eye on France's farmers. He was forever ready to fight for their livelihood and safeguard their interests. With each visit to the annual agricultural fair, his popularity with the farmers grew. His love for good food and drink was legendary, turning his trips at the fair into marathon sessions of eating and drinking.
You have to eat chicken and drink some rosé. It helps complement it.
For the farmers in Corrèze, Chirac's enthusiasm was sincere.
When Chirac would travel to the agricultural shows in Corrèze, one had the feeling of a true bond with the farmers and their animals, and it was totally natural and seemingly effortless.
In Chirac, France's farmers knew they had a true champion and friend who never stopped fighting for their welfare.
Well, that's the news footage just ahead, but before that, let's take a look at the local weather forecast.
SVG-TV International News segment was sponsored in part by CARICOM Distribution Limited.
You like doing laundry, right? Nah, I didn't think so. The stains? Oh, nightmare. Thanks to the new Tropic Fresh laundry detergent, doing laundry is now hassle-free. Tropic Fresh removes dirt, cuts through stains, leaves your whites whiter and your colors brighter. Tropic Fresh has antibacterial agents that kills germs present in your clothing. It's gentle on hands and the smell? Longer, fresh. Available in original and lemon scents and in various sizes. Tropic Fresh laundry detergent. Agents and distributors, CARICOM Distribution Limited.
The weather report sponsored in part by General Hardware, Budgemart Limited.
Listen, the big hardware stores have been ripping off Vincentians for years with their high prices. They came General Hardware with the lowest prices ever in SVG. Now, the big guys are scrambling to drop their prices, but they still can't beat the General. So don't let them fool you. General Hardware still has the best prices on lumber, plywood, and steel. And even with a sale, the General beats that too. So go on, compare prices. Then come to General Hardware and save dollars every day. Because nobody beats the General. Nobody. General Hardware Supplies, located next to Yvette's Pork City in Arnesville. Call 453-9000.
Bebin, the diaper made with the very best for the very best. Keeps up with them on the go. With a wetness indicator, Bebin keeps your child dry and happy. For quality and affordability, choose Bebin every time.
Bebin Premium.
The local weather forecast, it is fair winds northeast at 6 kilometers per hour. Temperature is 28.5 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity is 75%. The barometric pressure is 1012.8 millibars, 24-hour rainfall nil. Today's maximum temperature is 30.8 degrees Celsius. Today's minimum temperature is 26.4 degrees Celsius. Sunset today at 5:57 p.m. Sunrise tomorrow at 5:53 a.m. The forecast is fair to partly cloudy with a few showers. The synopsis, a weak tropical wave is approaching the region.
The weather report was sponsored in part by General Hardware, Budgemart Limited.
Bebin, the diaper made with the very best for the very best. Keeps up with them on the go. With a wetness indicator, Bebin keeps your child dry and happy. For quality and affordability, choose Bebin every time.
Bebin Premium.
A funeral is considered as the last goodbye. The memories are for you, the family, and loved ones. Joseph da Silva Senior Memorial Funeral Home sympathizes and understands the grieving process. They go the extra mile, offering counseling, private funeral, chapel service, night viewing, and church service, along with other services expected at a professional funeral home. Visit the office at Mesopotamia. A warm, modern, and customer-friendly environment awaits you. Joseph da Silva Senior Memorial Funeral Home, offering affordability in time of need. We are here. We care.
SVG-TV Sports, sponsored by Remax Results Realty.
Remax Results Realty proudly presents this modern 4-bedroom home located in the premier neighborhood of Cane Garden. Built in 2005, it features an open design, circular stairway, and amazing views of the Grenadine Islands. For additional information, we invite you to visit our website at svghomesandland.com or call our offices in Diamond at 784-456-2016.
Welcome to the evening sports. We hear that Guyana Amazon Warriors continued their incredible unbeaten run in CPL 2019, reeling off their 7th straight win with an impressive chase of St. Lucia Zouks 161-7 with 8 wickets and 10 balls in hand. Darren Sammy's men could not back up his unusual decision to bat first, especially not after a stuttering start that was epitomized by an embarrassing run out of Rakeem Cornwall, who failed to ground his bat attempting to complete an easy single in the 6th over. Brandon King piloted the chase with his 3rd consecutive half-century for Warriors, who have shown no signs of slowing down, having entered the night already with their spot in the playoffs secured. The Zouks, meanwhile, missed an opportunity to create some breathing room between them Jamaica Tallowers and Barbados Tridents. Instead, they are clinging on to the 4th place by 1 point with just 2 more matches to play in the league stage. The St. Vincent and the Grenadines Football Federation will hold a FIFA referees fitness test and 2 training events this Saturday, September 28. The FIFA referees fitness test will be held at the Victoria Park from 5 p.m. It will be conducted by the instructor and head of the referees department, Lawson Lewis, together with fitness instructor Caswell Cambridge and FIFA referees assessor Clemroy Bert Francois. Also on Saturday, FIFA Connect training session aimed at educating member clubs about the FIFA online registration process in preparation for the 2019-2020 National Club Championship will take place at the conference room of the Administrative Center at the Annisville Sporting Complex between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. This session will be facilitated by the General Secretary of the St. Vincent and Grenadines Football Federation, Devon Poyer, and Executive Administration, Siobhan Sheringham. Meantime, 25 persons are expected to attend a 2-day FIFA medical course on Saturday and Sunday from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Media Center at the Annisville Sporting Complex. The course will be conducted by a medical doctor, a sport medical specialist, including practical group sessions and demonstrations in injury prevention exercises and emergency medicine in sports, among other areas. The St. Vincent and Grenadines Football Federation has invited National Sports Association to participate in the medical course. In the Bank of St. Vincent and the Grenadines Haroon Barley Football League yesterday afternoon, Unlimited Strikers gained a 1-0 victory over Legends at the Curtains playing field. At the Stubbs playing field, Sajiko Ghetto Stars defeated Real Investment Nature Boys 3-2 in the Sajiko Haroon Southeast Football Championship yesterday evening. The goals for Sajiko Bonham Ghetto Stars were scored by Wendell Coffey, Jose Thompson and Rafi Dalpledge, while Chelsea Miller and Demontre Samuel scored a goal each for Real Estate Nature Boys. And Triangle Academy secured a 2-0 victory over Volcanoes yesterday afternoon in the St. Vincent and Grenadines Football Federation Under-19 division of the Digicel St. Vincent Brewery Breakaway Masters Invitational Football Championship at the Grammar School playing field. The evening sports will continue in a moment. Stay with us.
My sister's pharmacy is the one for you. Is the one for you. We have competitive prices for your prescriptions too. We have 10% off for seniors, children under 3. We're here for your convenience. Prescription services. Leave your prescriptions while you shop. And our professional pharmacists will help you out. Lassie Stars Pharmacy. Lassie Stars Pharmacy. Where your health is your wealth.
Located at Massey Stores, Kingstown. Contact us at 453-9112.
The Ministry of Tourism, Sports and Culture and the National Cultural Foundation present the National Dance Showcase, The Medley, an evening of dance featuring Vincy Dance Ensemble from CARIFest to 14. Saturday, September 28th, 2019 at the Peace Memorial Hall at 7 p.m. Contribution, adults $20, children 15 years and under $10. Come, get involved, dance. This ad is sponsored by the National Cultural Foundation.
We're celebrating 60 with the best, and bringing value home is priceless. Of course, you get the best of both the worlds. Save money and time. It's a vibes. We got prices on the low. We got it. Bring your fam to the store. We got brand name items for your whole comment. We got what you need and more. It's happening in the store. Shop at Courts.
Conquer the streets anytime that we do it. Struggle what we face, we have to go fight through it. Real are the real, never counterfeit. Any challenge you face, we are gonna conquer it. Conquer we love in everywhere. Unstoppable, potent energy. Conquer the world each and every day. Whether night or day, we say conquer. Conquer the energy. Conquer with the remedy. Roll like a lion. Conquer every day with conquer. Conquer.
adult energy.
This hurricane tip is brought to you by CIBC First Caribbean. Make sure you have food, water, medicine, important documents, and cash in your survival kit.
Welcome back. In more sporting news now, we hear that 6 matches are scheduled to be played on Sunday in the SVG Masters 2020 Cricket Championship at 3 venues across the island. At 10, Stanley Daisel Park Hill Masters will host Davis Construction Beckway Masters at the Park Hill Playing Field. At the Buckerment Bay Playing Field, Memorial Funeral Home North Leeward Masters will meet defending champions Musty Company Masters, and at the Sand Hill Playing Field, Stanley Brown Stubbs Masters will oppose AR&D Trucking Patani Masters. At 2 p.m., Sand Hill Masters will entertain Kurt De Silva Lacqua Masters at the Sand Hill Playing Field. Elsewhere at the Buckerment Bay Playing Field, Computech Belfango Masters will do battle with General Hardware Pastor Masters, and Northeast Masters will play against North Windward Masters at the Park Hill Playing Field. 4th round matches in the National Lotteries Authority Top Belay Progressive Organization 2020 Softball Cricket Championship will be played this weekend at the Daphne Playing Field. On Saturday afternoon, challengers will clash with Fairburn United Sparta at 1 p.m. Then Computech Older Boys will face Country Meetown Outer Trouble at 3 p.m. On Sunday morning at 10, Nice Radio Clinchers will oppose one team. In the afternoon at 12:30 p.m., Curtis King Stallions will play Daphne United. Then Israel Bruce Mashers will take on London Young Strikers at 3 p.m. And that's how we end sport this evening. We'll be right back to wrap things up. Stay with us.
SVG-TV Sports was sponsored by Remax Results Realty.
Remax Results Realty proudly presents a 2-story home that behaves like a 1-story. But there is loads of space downstairs for a 3rd-bedroom apartment with large eat-in kitchen, living room, and 2 baths. Located in the Argyle-Yamboo area, it boasts great views of the sea and airport. For additional information, we invite you to visit our website at svghomesandland.com or call our offices in Diamond, 784-456-2016.
Set for Life is back again. Your favorite game. Win house and land. SUV plus 50 grand. 50 and 25 grand. Second and third prize in your hand. Yeah. So play as much as you can. Monthly prizes to be won. Set for life. A brand new house. Set for life. A brand new car. Set for life. $10 for a bet. Live your life with no regrets. Set for life. Did your date done set? Set for life. December 28th. Set for life. Check the lotto machine. Get set for 2019. Set for life. Live all of your dreams. Be a winner, turn your own keys. Set for life. 26 retail shops and restaurants open now for your convenience. At the cruise ship terminal. At the cruise ship terminal. It's a great venue to run for functions. Secure parking, great and beyond. At the cruise ship terminal. At the cruise ship terminal.
Convenient parking at the Kingstown Cruise Ship Terminal and the Geese Compound. The Kingstown Cruise Ship Terminal has 26 retail shops and restaurants with a variety of food offerings. A great secure venue for your function with a great ambience. Also, we offer lock storage service. The Cruise Ship Terminal. Convenience for you.
At the cruise ship terminal. The cruise ship terminal.
We're celebrating 60 with the best, and bringing value home is priceless. Of course, you get the best of both the worlds. Save money and time. It's the vibes. We got prices on the low. We got it. Bring your fam to the store. We got brand name items for your whole comment. We got what you need and more. It's happening in the store. Shop at Courts.
And now for a second look at the headlines. 190 children in state protective care here in SVG, the majority being victims of child neglect. A Guyana president bows to local, regional and international pressure and set March 2nd, 2020 as earliest date for elections, but says Parliament must extend the period. A former French president, Jacques Chirac, dies at 86. And in sports, King leads dominant Warriors a 7th straight win against St. Lucia Zouks in Hero CPL 2019. On behalf of all of us here at SVG-TV, thanks for viewing. I am Rochelle Baptiste. Don't forget to visit our Facebook page for a recap of the news and daily headlines. Also tune in for SVG-TV News in 15 at 12:45 p.m. weekdays. Have a good evening.
Listen, the big hardware stores have been ripping off Vincentians for years with their high prices. They came General Hardware with the lowest prices ever in SVG. Now, the big guys are scrambling to drop their prices, but they still can't beat the General. So don't let them fool you. General Hardware still has the best prices on lumber, plywood, and steel. And even with a sale, the General beats that too. So go on, compare prices. Then come to General Hardware and save dollars every day. Because nobody beats the General. Nobody. General Hardware Supplies, located next to Yvette's Pork City in Arnesville. Call 453-9000.
We're celebrating 60 with the best, and bringing value home is priceless. Of course, you get the best of both the worlds. Save money and time. It's the vibes. We got prices on the low. We got it. Bring your fam to the store. We got brand name items for your whole comment. We got what you need and more. It's happening in the store. Shop at Courts.
Every girl loves curves. Curves is a girl's closest friend. When life throws you a fast curve, count on Curves for ultra confidence. Ultra comfort for that time of the month. Curves ultra thin with wings, Curves regular maxi with wings, and Curves overnight maxi with wings. Super absorbent, best quality and value for money. Every girl loves Curves.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Get the best in TV entertainment with 139 channels, 26 in HD, and HBO included. Plus get 80 local Flow landline minutes to enjoy on evenings and weekends. All for $225 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.